And now we get to start all over again. Good morning, St. Croix.
Good morning, lovely people. Still having user error issues with this camera, but happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I am so grateful. We were just talking about the fact that this has been a really long week. No idea why, but it has been a week. And we're glad that it's Friday and we're driving in together. And this is Deb. I'm Liz. And we're on our way to our place of employment and having a conversation.
Yeah, this is St. Croix Carpool Convos. We live on the island of St. Croix. We have the same birthday. But other than that, we're a lot different, as you can see. And we like to talk. We, as Liz said, are blessed to be driving in together every day. And so we decided we were going to share our conversations with you. And, you know, please share your opinions, your comments in the comment section with us. You know, if there's something that you would like us to talk about, let us know what it is. You know, and then we can chop it up one day right here, and then you can respond to that as well. But I was saying I'm usually the mouthy one, but Liz is feeling chatty today, and I'm very happy about that. And so we decided to talk about
knowing what you know.
Boom.
I was having a conversation with someone last night, and what I realized was part of what I do is to help people recognize what they know about themselves, about what's going on, giving them space to believe in what they know what they know, and feel good about it.
Oh, that's lovely. Liz is a counselor, by the way, therapist, and she sees mostly children where we work at the nonprofit. But she also helps adults, so and everybody in between. I would assume she's brilliant. I love a snort laugh, don't you?
It's a good Friday thing.
Yeah, you know it's real. And I think what I can add to what she was saying about knowing what you know is that very often we don't know what we don't know. You know, so I think it is helpful and inspirational and also motivational for us to focus on what we do know and acknowledging that.
Yes, I do think it's important, because I'm a believer that when we are born, we know we come with everything we need to be a whole person. Life gets in the way, and some of that knowledge gets buried under the crap that happens in our lives, or stuff that happens in our lives. And rediscovering that is, I think, part of the adult journey. Unfortunately, sometimes it's part of the journey for those that are younger when I work with younger kids. But rediscovering what you know about yourself, what you know to be true, and sometimes it takes a lot of work and a lot of digging to get there.
I wonder too if sometimes it also doesn't take some hard truth telling to yourself, and also some acknowledgement that even though whatever that shiny thing underneath may have been buried and gotten tarnished, it's still shiny. It's still something that adds value, not just to your life, but to the world around us and to those that we care about. You know, I was thinking this morning also, and wrote a little bit about it, you know, how frustrating it is that it seems to be so easy for us to give space and time and energy to something negative. about ourselves. And it seems we have to work so much harder to embed and to allow to bloom something that's positive about ourselves. I want us to be able to switch that around, to give more space and attention to the positives, to the things that we've earned, whether hard or soft, the things that we came with when we, were born and decided to come here as the beings that we are. The things that have been denied to us, that we've been told, that isn't true about ourselves,
Or,
that actually is true.
Right. Or the things, or to let go of the things that we have been told that are true about us that are not.
That part.
Yeah. I mean, that's
that's huge. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to also acknowledge and embrace that, you can change who you are, where you are, what you've been, the things that you've done anytime you want to.
Yes.
That negativity isn't really serving you. So you can change it. It might take some work. It might take some help, whether it's therapy, counseling, faith, a combination. But it is possible as long as you give yourself the grace and you acknowledge that you can change it whenever you want.
Yes.
You really can.
And recognize, because I hear a lot, I can't.
Or I am, with a negative behind it.
Right.
Ooh.
And not using definitives when we talk about ourselves.
For instance,
I am stupid. That's an easy one.
I always mess up.
I always mess up. Rather than saying I always mess up, what I suggest when I'm working with someone is to say, I feel like I always mess up. I feel like I'm not as smart as the next person, versus sort of almost like you talk about speaking it into existence. On the other hand, recognizing that it's a transient thing, that feelings are not facts.
It's just a feeling.
It's just a feeling. You have the opportunity to change it, to challenge it, to make it different, to recognize that you are an important being in the world. You have purpose and value and worth that goes beyond what you do, what you look like,
what happens to you,
what happens to you, what you have or don't have, who you came from, where you came, any of the things that we think define us. You have value above and beyond that.
Yeah. Pick a label like powerful for yourself. Work in progress is one of my favorite ones for myself, because I feel like I'm changing every day, and I have the opportunity and the power to make that change be something positive. Let something go, like Liz was saying earlier. Pick something, one thing, and see how it feels to release it, and claim that for yourself. I am releasing the idea that I'm always messing up. If you mess up, stay in that moment. Well, I messed up this time. If you feel like you have to say it, I messed up this time. But in the next second, you have a new opportunity to change that to something else. I'm going to figure out what it is I need to change about this to make it different, to make this experience different, to make it positive for myself, to make it happen for myself. Or I'm going to sit in the stillness and let that go. I messed it up. I can let it go.
Yes.
I know this, we're not saying that it's easy, we're just saying that, like every practice,
Practice.
You got to put some elbow grease.
Yeah. To build a muscle,
Into it.
you have to work.
Yeah. So build that positive muscle.
Absolutely. And there's a song I was listening to this morning. I'm on an Imagine Dragons tear. So that's what I'm listening to. And the song is called Number One. When all is said and done, I'm still my number one.
Boom.
It goes there.
Have a lovely day.
Peace.
Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
Walk good.